Hello everyone, hope you guys are doing well. So I was a bit busy with the work and also I was not able to record the sessions. So let's continue where we left previously. So in the last section, I guess we have covered. Let me see what we have covered. SCD type 1 or type 2, I guess. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. So we have covered SCD type 1 and type 2. Okay. Okay. Okay, so in today's section, we'll learn about how we can create uh, IDF pipeline using REST APIs and copy data activity. So REST API. Okay, so REST API is nothing but is just a web service. Okay, it's just a web service. Web service. Okay, so previously there was like not previously, now also they are using some like some projects are using web ser- SOAP UIs and some projects are using REST UIs. Sorry, SOAP APIs and REST APIs. So SOAP APIs are bit complex and to fetch the data from here, and because of so many regions, the many projects are stopped using the SOAP APIs. But right now the demand is in REST APIs. Okay, so it's just nothing but it is a just URL. Okay, it's just a simple URL which maybe we can call as an endpoint also. Okay, we can call this as a endpoint. Okay, okay. Okay, then so basically what we can do by having all these endpoints, we can fetch data from the SQL DB or somewhere, some all these things. Okay, so first say no, we have different kind of REST APIs. Get, post, put, okay, and delete. So basically these types are there. So we call as like CRUD operation. Get as create. Okay, sorry. Maybe we can write like this. Okay, okay. So it is like create. Then it is like read. Okay, then coming to update and delete. So by combining this we call as CRUD operation. Okay, so post, get, put and delete. So basically as a data engineer we don't need to create some new REST APIs or something. So basically those REST APIs creation will be done by developers and all, like contributor, or we call as consumers and producers. So they will develop the REST APIs, not for us. Uh, uh, we are not we are not the right person to create the REST APIs. Okay. So for say some projects are like if there is a project called some database, there is one database. Okay, here we want to access all this database. So but the suppose per se this project is like banking project or finance project. Basically banking and finance project, we are cannot set the immediate credential to anyone. So what we can do, so again to access all this DP also we need source IP and user ID, password. Okay, then port number, all this thing we need. So instead of asking all this detail, what we can do, we can just ask to create one REST APIs. Okay, and The developer have this REST APIs to access all this DB, and we can just ask for the endpoint. Okay, endpoint or URI we can tell. Okay, so once we access the REST APIs and we got the access to the REST APIs, and we search for the, we can use that particular endpoint and we can create our all this activity or copy activity or whatever activity we need, we can do that particular activity. Okay, so right now what I can do, let me go to Chrome and I will show something like, suppose I will show one example of REST API. Suppose I search for REST APIs, right? So here you can see one query parameter. Okay, in the endpoint we are passing as a question mark, and then we pass as the query parameter. Okay, so whenever we are hitting some APIs, get APIs. Okay, it's not like it's post. We are just as I mentioned, right? As I mentioned, read. We are using get operation to read some data. So what we did, we just went to Google and we are trying to read this information in the Google. So that is called get APIs. Okay, so here we can see we are passing a query parameter as REST APIs. Okay, now we'll go to here. I am just logging into my Azure account, and then I will just open IDF. Okay, okay, so right now I was just got worried, guys, because the free tier, I don't know, maybe I was practicing something and I have in while creating a new pipeline, maybe I have yeah, I was using the data flow that time. Maybe I have started the debug and forgot to uh, off the debug point. Maybe because of that all my money got free time money got debited, so I was just worried about that. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll just search for copy data activity. So we'll just use the copy data activity. Then we go to source. Okay, here in the source we need to you create a new source. Previously we used to use SQL DB or IDLS, all this as a source, right? But here we can search as a REST. So we'll get one REST here. Okay, so what we'll do, all country. Okay, so some there is some APIs which is publicly available, or we can tell, I will mention it here. In endpoints also we categorize and into different tiers also. There are some free and some free or public APIs or anonymous. We call as anonymous. Okay. So basically uh, these APIs doesn't require any credential or something. So we just go to that and we can use it as a free. Okay, so basically this is someone has developed for like testing purpose, all this thing. So I'm just going to here and I'm just copying the UI here, sorry, URL here. And so as this is a new service we are using, we need to create one link service for this. So I clicked on this link service. Okay, I'm just clicking on this link service and I can name it at REST service link service. Okay, here in the base URL I will copy that URL what I copied. In the authentication type, as I told, we have some basic and public, all this thing, and anonymous. So I will choose anonymous. So as soon as I choose the anonymous, as you can see, the username and password are gone. Okay, so no need to specify any username and password. Then I will just create it and I will create this data set. Okay, so I created that data set. Let's see how the data is coming. Okay, I will just preview the data. Okay, so our all the data are coming. So I was telling the request method type, right? We have get and post. In the normally in IDF we will go through this get and post only most of the time. So that's why it is showing get and post. But we have in general we have four type of request method: get, post, and put and delete. Okay. In the sync side, what we'll do, I will just use my generic dataset what I have already previously created. So basically here we have specified some parameter in the dataset so that we can just specify something. Okay, so I'll just give directory name as rest and file name as we can tell rest API data. Okay, or maybe rest API. Okay, whatever we can give anything. Okay, so once we do that, now I will just debug it. We'll see like how it works. In the meanwhile, while it is running, I will go to my okay storage account and I will let's see what container I gave it here. Okay, I have given the test container. Okay, okay, here I went it here. Then in the container, okay, we'll see for the test container. Okay, oh, it is created already. Let's see. Okay, so the debug activity already completed, so that's why it is created the file folder. Okay, folder directory and file called rest apis. Okay, so here it is created. The timing is, you can see 12:46 and it is created, and we can see all the records. Okay, we can see all the records. So basically it is the simple rest apis will work like this. Okay, so in real time maybe we cannot use it directly, so instead of that what we can do, in the source side we can do it parameterized. Okay, okay, okay. Before that, I will cover one more topic. Okay, suppose right now we are accessing all the data, right? Okay, all data we are accessing through the URL and we are copying into our ADLS, correct? So sometime maybe we have some specific requirement like here, like it here, right? Suppose we want some data, some particular countries data like that we want. So what we can do it here, so we need to pass it in our base URL. So basically as you can see, right, in that source side whenever we have created the data set, here we have passed the base URL. Okay, so that is called base URL here. Up to this called our base URL, then we are passing the country parameter, right? So what we can do it here, so like that we need to edit this link service, right? So what we can do, I will just copy the base URL up to this, up to name, then I will copy in the base URL. Okay, then I will save it. Okay, now what we can do, the rest is like we want some suppose we want India data, right? So I will just, sorry, I will just type India. Okay, so the preview data is not coming, but it is fine. Okay, so we'll go to our pipeline and the pipeline, the link sub is already edited. So as soon as we click on the preview data, we can see our data got changed and we can see our India data only. So just ignore the all the output. It is just for the testing purpose, so we don't need to validate the output. Okay, so that's how we can do the parameterization, right? Okay, so that's how we can just get the specific country detail data or base URL with our specified sorry, base URL with our relative URL. Okay, base URL plus relative URL. Okay, so here also it is not a recommendable way. So what you can do, we can do parameterization for this also. So what we can do, I will just create one parameter called relative URL. Okay, so this URL, this parameter, I will just click on this. Uh, we used to add our dynamic content, what the traditional way, right? Just click on this and add dynamic content and click on this relative URL. As soon as you click on this, this is already created. It is so smart, like it is creating one function, dataset dot relative URL. Okay, just click on this, and I'm just removing it. In the pipeline, as soon as you commit here, here it is asking for the parameter, right? I need to pass it as India. And as soon as we click on this, we can see the data is coming. Okay. Now in the sync side, what we can do, REST API with relative URL. Okay. So I will just validate it, debug it. Okay. So so as soon as we click on this and uh, let it run the pipeline. Okay, so the pipeline is successful. If I go to here and if I refresh it here, the ADLS location I'm using the same. Okay, so that's why it is coming it here. Okay, REST API with relative URL. The file is created, and we can see. Okay, somehow it is not coming. Let me see. Copy code all the data maybe. Pagination. Okay. Some parameter have been set automatically, which is I have not set the parameter, but somehow it is setting the parameter pagination rule or something. It is automatically adding. Let me see how it runs. Okay, I'll just refresh it. The time should be changed. 12:52. Okay, the source site. You can see all the data, right? Yeah, we can see all the data. Okay, maybe it will take some time to reflect. Okay, but it should not take much time. Why it is not coming like this? I'm not sure. I notice IoT false official and false application approval false Monday. Okay, these all are free APIs, right? Maybe because of that something happening. Uh, I'm not sure like how it is happening. Okay, but the thing is the real reason behind this, like we can copy REST APIs to our destination wherever we want, like ADLS or S3, wherever we want, and we can use this copy data activity and REST as a data set, and we can copy all this thing. Okay, so quickly I will revise what we have learned today. Okay. Okay, so we have started with web services and SOAP and REST APIs. So basically REST APIs, there are different type of REST APIs, free and free or public or anonymous. Okay, okay, and so basically as a data engineer, we don't need to create any REST APIs or something. We just need endpoints, and we can just by using these endpoints we can access all the details. And we have different type of methods like get, post, put, delete. We call as CRUD operation, and as using CRUD operation we can do much more thing. And in normal ADF we can use get and post, as put and delete is not available in ADF. Okay, so We have started with normal one base URL without using the relative URL, and after that we have used another. We have just edited the link service, sorry, the dataset with the relative URL, and uh, um, we just copied the country specific data by using relative URL. Okay, by using parameter. Okay, I guess this is a quick lecture, and in the next session, I will explain, like, maybe I will just try to create one new video, maybe within 2 3 days. Okay, by using how we can send emails from. There is one called. There is one. Let me go to the console. There is one service called Logic App. Okay, so we can create Logic App, and we can just send emails. Otherwise we can go to here, just a second, global parameter, monitor, yeah. So we can come to monitor, and we can set alert and matrices, and we can not here, I guess, pipeline triggers is different. Runtime monitor, I guess monitor only. Yeah, I guess we can create alert and matrices, okay, by using this. Yeah, yeah, we can create alert and as you can see, right, configure email, SMS, push voice notification. We can configure all this thing. So I will try to create one video for this one, how we can send any emails to our account by using Logic app and alert and matrices. Okay, so I hope you guys like this video, and if you like this, please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll meet in the next video. Thank you guys.